Hello and welcome back to Eagle Rising, and in the previous episode we were tackling the Aserai and doing a pretty decent job of it, I might add. Not all of it is my not all of it is my achievement, shall we say, because we did have some help from one of our fellow vassals, which I gotta say is super nice to see. Usually they're kind of passive, but this time around, no, they were right in there doing some damage, taking some territory, and that's what we like to see. Anyway, in this one, we're going to be focusing on the Western Empire. The Northern Empire is probably going to be our next target for the most part, and obviously we have to declare war. Now, the main problem I'm having right now is that I have 29% support in the Senate, and that's not really going to work. So, you are my prisoner now. Enough talking, now march. There we go. Now we are declaring war. There we are. That is what we've done. And unfortunately, as a result of this, as you can quite clearly tell, we are having a pretty significant amount of relation decreases with some people. I assume it is literally just a village or something. Isn't it just a village or a clan name of some kind? Yes. Yes, it is the clan of Zeonica, as you can see right there. They really did not appreciate my actions, which, I mean, to be fair, who really wants their villagers attacked, right? Yeah, not many people, right? Okay, so anyway, we're going to be heading into Zeonica and doing a siege. We're going to just spec our little perk here in leadership first. Your kills have a 100% higher effect on friendly troops. Battle morale, that is what we're going to be taking. Thank you very much. Let's do this. Okay, so very even in terms of our army numbers, but in my opinion, that really doesn't make any difference. The defense is going to have a pretty significant advantage to begin with, and if they can prevent us from getting onto the battlements, then obviously they are going to very easily repel any single type of attack from us. But if they can't, then, well, obviously, then, you know, that's done. They are done then, and hopefully we're going to be able to do that. Okay, these are the ladders. Let me get them up. And there we are. Let's raise them up real quick. I'm gonna get shot in the face soon. Actually, you know what? I don't seem to be getting targeted that often, which is quite cool. And it's nice to see some different enemies for once, because we have been fighting the Aserai for a pretty extended amount of time. And let's face it, we know the Aserai. You know, we have fought them many times before in different playthroughs. And obviously, it's, I mean, it's Eagle Rising, you know? It's Eagle Rising. We gotta fight, you know, we gotta fight some other kind of faction. Wow, okay. Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about, by the way. It's basically impossible for me to do anything here. I actually will be jumping off. Yep. I would rather take the 40 damage than get shot and potentially killed by some archers over there. It seems like the right side is having a much easier time of things. Alright, let's do this. Maybe I'm going to be able to get inside here a little bit easier. Yes, okay, yeah. So it seems like the enemy was concentrating most of their defenses over on the left, which is absolutely fine. I have no issue with that, because now we can just change our strategy a little bit, change our tactics, and get in on the other side. Yeah, there we go. There's the death. There is the death, which is not actually that bad. I was 100% assuming that I would die there, because obviously I rushed in basically when I was at, what, 2%? I don't know, 2% HP or something like that? So yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious that that's going to end in a very embarrassing demise for me. But that's okay. That's absolutely fine, because now we get to control our wife in combat, and she is an absolute monster if I can actually start hitting some people. As you can see, look at her damage. Her damage is incredible. Wow, this is a sight to see, isn't it? This is a literal sight to see. Look at how many units are crammed into this particular area. I'm surprised anyone is actually able to deal damage here. I mean, you know, notwithstanding myself, of course, because I'm obviously just doing overhead and overhead and overhead and overhead, and that's it. But think about the AI. You know, the AI is really not sometimes that smart, so generally they might not think, oh yes, I will use overheads as well. They might use other things. I'm actually thinking of just getting out the way here and just speeding things up just so that we can clear this area a little bit. There we go. That seems a little bit nicer, because now we can actually get in there and do some damage, get some action going on. And I think that's probably gonna be it for this siege. Pretty easy, but we did maintain a pretty significant casualty list, which I gotta say, not the greatest thing ever, is it? No, not the greatest thing. Okay, so otherwise, let's just speed it up, get it done, and that is Zionica over to the Southern Imperium. Very nice to see that. And I'm not going to be taking control of this, I don't think, because we already are... I think we already own quite a bit. So I'd like to try and spread the wealth around, basically, try to make it possible for our other vassals and lords and things like that to be able to gain significant armies themselves, and then we don't really have to worry about them as much. But yes, I think we have Iakis, as you can see right there. I actually have Iakis and Habyar, and I also have Hussein Fulk over there, and we also have Amprila all the way over there. So yes, generally probably not the best idea for me to take Zionica either, but yeah, there we go. Okay. So if I'm on the docket, you know, if I'm on the ticket, then I will not be voting for myself, of course. Let's go back into Zionica, because I do have a number of prisoners to sell. There we go. A nice amount there. And we can also sell all of this. Actually, you know what? Let me just reset this real fast, because I'm not entirely sure if there are any upgrades here for our various companions. No, it doesn't seem like it, but we are going to get a new horse and some... Yes, I don't know why why did I do that again? Okay, yes, that's not really going to work. Splintered bolts, no, they are pretty awful. I know someone actually mentioned, and I gotta say I appreciate this, but someone did actually mention that there were improved bolts in Vlandian territory, and I probably should have bought those as well. But at the time, I didn't actually have any money, so that was a little bit of a problem, wasn't it? Anyway, we're just going to sell this, and there we go. There's another 28,000 for us. Really nice indeed. And hopefully I can rest here for some time. I wouldn't even mind if a vassal turned up now and tried to besiege this. It feels to me like Zionica is a pretty good defensive structure, and you could see that just from the sheer amount of units that we lost. Because usually, in the same kind of situation elsewhere, I probably would have not sustained that many, probably about 20 or so. So we took 3 times, maybe even almost 4 times as many casualties as we would normally have done. And we are now being attacked. Okay, there we go. Oh, so Rhagaea has actually taken Zionica as her own fief. That's cool. All right, nice to see that. And then we're going to go over to Onika Castle. And I'm going to see if I can maybe potentially take that as well. I'm thinking... Yeah, I'm just going to leave the walls. As I said before, taking down the walls is kind of a double-edged sword, because on the one hand, you're making it a lot easier for you to take things, but if you're not quick in being able to repair it, because of course, repairing walls takes a very big time investment, then the enemy comes along, boom, they're going to have a really easy time of getting in there as well. So you've got to bear that in mind if you're going to take down the walls yourself. Anyway, let's move in here, see what we... What? Did you see that? I literally got knocked down or something, but I got back up again, because they're never going to knock me down. Yes, indeed. Anyway, let me see if I can maybe get a couple of kills with my crossbow. Kind of miss using a ranged weapon, to be fair. And I actually feel kind of, I don't know, I feel a bit of melancholy for not using thrown weapons. I feel like it would be super fun to play with thrown weapons right now, but yeah, as I said before, generally I like to switch things up in series, and I don't really want to use the same weapons that we've been using, you know, in the previous one. Am I literally going to get killed? Open, 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 thank you. Okay, come on, don't get shot, don't get shot, don't get shot, don't get shot. There we are. Okay, fantastic. Don't close the gate now. Oh, they're gonna close it, aren't they? Oh, I can do such little damage with this. Okay, I'm gonna switch to my slashing. Yep, slashing does so much more damage. Okay. Oh, I'm getting shot. Gotta be careful. I'm getting shot again. What? Where am I getting shot from? Am I getting shot from over here? Maybe there's someone in there? Yeah, there is someone in there actually. So let me see if I can get the... Oh, this guy. Oh, this guy is just on me. Oh, yes, indeed. He is just... He just wants to focus us down, which is, I mean, yeah, it's understandable. It's understandable. You know, if you see the enemy leader, you're going to think to yourself, oh yes, we must eliminate the enemy lord. He's probably going to be the tactical mastermind behind this action. But what they fail to realize is that I just died. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah, well, there you go. Is the front gate still open, by the way? Because if it's still open, I could just take Dranga over there. Yes, indeed, it is actually still open. What is this, by the way? Why are they not closing it? It's very it's kind of confusing to me, because I'm thinking to myself, well, if it were me, and generally a lot of the AI have made the decision to go and close the gate, but apparently these guys just do not care. It's a bit weird. Usually they are very, very fanatical about it, actually. They very much try to close the gate if it is open from the inside. But this time around, they just ignored it. So that's better for us, I suppose. But yeah, that was kind of weird. Anyway, I'm going to pick this up because I am yearning to throw a thrown weapon. There we go. Oh, that's just so, I don't know what it is, but it feels so satisfying. That reminds me, I gotta play some Warband soon. Oh yeah, I gotta play some Warband soon. If you're looking forward to that, let me know. Let me know in the comments, because I don't know whether I can wait until the 10-year anniversary, because the 10-year anniversary is coming up, by the way. And you may think, well, a 10-year anniversary for what? For what, you imbecile? Ah, yes. Well, I will, yes, this imbecile will now tell you what the 10-year anniversary is all about. Generally, I created my first ever Warband video in August of 2012. So, obviously, it's coming up, you know, the month is coming up where it's 2022, and August, you know, would obviously be the time when I actually create my 10th anniversary series, because we did create a 5-year anniversary series a number of years ago. I think that, well, that was actually 5 years ago, hilariously enough, obviously. And yeah, we had a great deal of fun going through the campaign again, and you know, conquering Calradia with a wide variety of different units and things going on, you know, different happenings and everything. And yeah, so I'm not sure if I can wait for that. I'm just kind of excited about going back to Warband and playing it, because I really, and now this may seem really weird, but what I really want to do is I want to use thrown weapons. I know. Probably not the best idea, probably ill-advised in almost every respect, but it is one of my wants at the moment. I am very much wanting to do that, because I think it's going to be a huge amount of fun. I have become a lot better at using thrown weapons in Bannerlord. Obviously, the mechanics from the games are very different. I mean, you know that. You know, if you've played Warband and then go to Bannerlord, it's a bit jarring. And especially considering I've been playing Bannerlord for such a long amount of time right now, I'm not going to be used to it one bit. The combat system in Warband is going to be very strange to me, even though I played it for 8 years. Yeah, I played it for 8 years, and then Bannerlord obviously came out, and then, you know, started playing Bannerlord, of course. So, yeah, anyway, the point is, I'm not sure if I can wait for it, and I'd love to be able to do a thrown weapon series that focuses on things like javelins and stuff like that. And maybe I'm going to be able to even edit some of the weapon types as well, because what I'd actually like to do is I would like to add some javelins that have crushing against blocks. Because for me specifically, I find it hilariously fun to just throw a javelin and for it to penetrate a shield. Because most of the time, I feel like that might... I mean, I don't know. It depends on the shield, obviously, but generally, I think gameplay-wise, that's just so much fun. That is just so much fun to see that. So I might edit the javelin items just to add crush against blocks, but I'm not entirely sure if I'll do that just yet, because I think I might have forgotten how to do that even. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And yeah, I think that could be a lot of fun. Anyway, let's have a look here. What else do we have? Perks. Increased loyalty of settlement by 1 per day. I will take that. Thank you. Even though that's a governor thing. Ugh, yeah, never mind then. Alright, well, at the beginning of the battle, the morale of all your troops is increased by 5. And increase the rate of recruiting ranged prisoners. Yeah, I don't really care about that. I'm going to go for battle morale. That seems good. And we're going to be taking Jean Maris. And yeah, I don't know whether you noticed, but Amitatis has actually been taken as well. And Amitatis is obviously one of the other towns that the Western Imperium has under their control. So this is working very, very nicely. And I don't know whether you noticed either, but before we just went in to this particular siege, we had a massive army coming over from the left side of the screen. And, well, let's just say they want to take the pain to us. Oh, yes, they do. So we're going to have to try and prevent that if we can. And I'm going to... Okay. Let me just run around a little bit. Run around. And not entirely sure what I'm even doing right now, to be honest. But yeah, there we go. Fantastic. I was just basically wanting to try and avoid as much damage as possible. And I know. When you're zooming around, it actually doesn't help you to avoid projectiles. It may seem like I am the only one moving really, really fast, but that's actually not the case, because obviously... you know, the entire game is moving at a faster pace. So it obviously does not change the fact that I am still just as, well, hittable with projectiles as I normally am. So yeah. Oh, hello there. Oh no, I'm not going to allow you to reload this, sir. Thank you. Can I jump up here? I think I might. Yes. Yep. Just use the rocks. Is that guy trying to shoot me with his throwing weapon? Oh, he actually got me. Oh, okay. Hello there, sir. All right. I see how it is. Well, I guess I kind of see how it is. Yes, you may think that Garius is looking a little bit different at the moment. Well, yeah, that's just because I've changed his armor. And if you've just started tuning in now, then yes, this is what Garius looks like. At least for this particular siege. For the end of the siege. Yes, indeed. I mean, he's not dead. No, no. Garius is perfectly fine. He has not been headshot by a thrown weapon or anything. I cannot believe that happened. That was actually hilarious. I thought to myself, no way, he's not going to shoot it at my face. But then he just unleashed and completely obliterated my health. That was very amusing. I gotta say that. That was very, very amusing. And we're now running through the streets, and that's it. Okay, there you go. That is indeed a victory. Don't look at Garius. He's fine. He's not knocked unconscious or anything. He's perfectly fine. He's gonna be back on his feet. I mean, he's still gonna be on his feet in just a moment. Yes, indeed. Okay, let's just wait here for some time. Okay, okay. Do you think I can actually do anything here against this guy? Because you can see here, oh my, okay, hello there. I'm gonna actually have a look. Legionarius, what are they called? Ooh, okay. Legionarius, Aquila, there we go, these guys. He literally has 175 of these. Yes. Well, I think you all know what I'm going to do. Yes. There's not much more for me to do than just run out of here as fast as possible. This guy is impossible for me to defeat. Can I please not get... No. Ooh. Okay, that was super close. Wow, that was really, really close. I thought to myself, okay, I'm dead, you know. Really, really dead. Okay, I'm super pleased that Rhagaea is actually going to be appearing. Oh, the Northern Imperium is starting to come in as well. They're joining the... oh, what? What is actually going on? What has happened? What has happened to Mr. Garius' army? He has It's cohesion. It's the cohesion of all of his friends. They have completely abandoned him. Oh my. Okay, who would have expected that? Very nice. I literally would have just stuck around then, to be honest. I literally would have just stuck around if I knew that, well, that was going to happen. Obviously, I can't tell what his cohesion is going to be, but wow, that's actually kind of insane. Okay, let me see here. Can I do a little bit of damage with my crossbow? I'm kind of liking using it on horseback much more than using it on foot, that's for sure. It just feels more fun, you know. It feels more fun when you get a headshot from really, really far away, when you're riding at breakneck speeds. That's the kind of thing you want to get, you know. You want to get that feeling of speed, and you want to hit these guys from very, very far away. Can I do some damage here? Yep, there we go. Nice. This is literally... I don't know. I don't understand what's actually going on here with my gladius skills, because I have been absolutely awful in the past with spear slash thrusting type weapons, especially on horseback. Well, let's just say generally. And now all of a sudden, I seem to be pretty good at timing it, amazingly enough. Not entirely sure how that's happening. Anyway, I'm just going to tell everyone to charge in here, because it seems like my allies are making the first move, which is actually quite nice. Oh, that was some good damage against the horse, but that's basically it. Nothing really else. I think he still has a massive amount of those tier 5 units, by the way, so even if we are going to manage to do some damage to him, he's still going to be able to retaliate with some pretty big damage. Possibly. I've got to be real careful as well in these particular situations where I charge in there and try to eliminate, you know, anyone, basically. I try to eliminate one of these guys. Oh, have fun with this. These guys are literally those fellows that I was talking about before. The tier 5 heavy infantry or whatever they are. Yeah, have fun trying to kill those when they are in such a formation like this. Actually, They're not even attacking me right now. But their shields are so incredibly difficult to break down that you're going to have to attack them from the back. Yeah, and then that's what happens. Yeah, that is indeed what happens. Alright, not bad, not bad. Okay, oh, I am playing... oh, the game. The game loves giving me this guy. Oh, yes. Fantastic, isn't it? Oh, well, never mind, never mind. It's actually not even bad, to be honest. I feel like this fellow actually has a pretty decent amount of damage to be done, but unfortunately the enemies that we're currently fighting here are so incredibly well armored that unless I get a headshot or something like that, we're never going to be able to do any damage to them, to be honest. Oh, 46. That's a little bit better. A little bit. Alright, so after a significant amount of toing and froing, we have now finally reached a point where we might see a victory. Because here's the thing, what has basically been going on is the enemy has just been walking back and forth, trying to play as defensively as possible. And so what would happen is, our cavalry would go in, they would face towards the cavalry, and then, obviously because the cavalry is mostly doing hit-and-run attacks, they're going to go in there, they're going to try and do some damage, and then they're going to run away. And so whenever the cavalry would do this, the enemy's infantry would face towards them, of course. Now, here's what's really frustrating about this. As soon as the cavalry's left, our infantry is still closing in, so they're not obviously in melee combat with the opponent just yet. And so what would happen is the infantry would come in, and then obviously the enemies, because they are so high tier and so well, they're just greatly equipped. They're super nicely equipped, and it's very difficult to eliminate even one of them. And so as a result, it then started to turn into a kind of war of attrition style thing, and it was just very frustrating indeed. So I decided to spare you from that, but thankfully we are now done with the battle. And we are now seeing Rhagaea right here, which is always nice to see. She's always nice to see, isn't she? Because she's a very nice leader. I feel like she's actually done a really good job strategically in bringing armies exactly when she needed to be there. And I'm not sure whether that's improvements on the AI's part, or whether she's always done that, or whether the AI in general has always done that. But it feels to me like they always go to where it is necessary, at least in Rhagaea's case. So I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, I'm going to be taking every single one of them prisoner, including Mr. Gaius. Actually, not Gaius, Garius. He has a very cool helmet on. I'd actually like to get that helmet if at all possible, but I don't think I can. Yes. I think I do. Do I not have? Oh, okay. Should I use this helmet? I guess. Oh. We've got a lot of helmet upgrades right there. Okay. Not a big fan of this. Oh, literally, Zandina still has the same. Yeah. Well, there's a nice amount of hilarity there for you. So you can literally just look at that. It's just super funny. Wait a minute. I shouldn't get rid of that. That's all the loot. I thought I was in the marketplace for a second right there. Alright, so Jamaris has been successfully defended, which is really nice. And that means that we are going to be able to maintain control of this area specifically. And we will now be able to sell for 40,000. Very nice indeed. Okay, so what we are going to do otherwise is just ransom our prisoners. That's pretty much all I wanted to do, so we can get even more money. And then we are probably going to be heading on to... I'm not entirely sure, actually. Sestadheim Castle is still not taken for some reason. It really should get taken quite simply, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to form a forward base of some kind. So by that, I mean, I'm going to form some kind of distraction so that the enemy comes over here to me instead of going over to one of the other towns. That's basically what I would like to do here, because if we can basically make it so that they go here, they're wasting their time, they're wasting their cohesion, food supplies, etc. And that is going to very much make a big difference. in the success of us maintaining control of those territories, especially when it comes to towns, because if we can keep those towns under our control, that is generally a massive, massive benefit. It really is. Anyway, let me see if I can actually survive a siege this time around, because this is obviously one of the times when I would prefer to do that. Let me just hide in the corner here. Let me just go up. Oh, no one? No enemies? Hello there, sir. Okay, I'm gonna have to be a bit careful here. No, I'm getting stuck. Okay, you know what? Just gonna jump. Yes, strong legs, don't fail me now. Oh no. Okay, you know what? Open. Yes. There we go. I'm doing the same strategy once again. I'm hoping that that's actually going to make a difference. Why did I go in there? You know, it's one of those times, isn't it? Oh, I'm going to play with spindly arms. I'm going to play with really, really weird spindly arms looking person. Oh. Well, yeah, there's a crash. What actually caused the crash? Seems like Butterlib. Butterlib actually caused that to crash. That's kind of weird. That doesn't actually do that ever. So that's a little bit strange. Anyway, I think I'm probably going to end this episode off here. So that's going to be it. A bit of a weird end, I got to say, but I was actually hoping to finish this siege before that. But anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.